Hi guys, and happy Lunar New Year. It is 2024, the year of the dragon, and I decided to do this because I got some more dragons in the mail. I did film an unboxing for my newest dragons, which is this little one, this one, this one, and then in the same order I got this duckling. But the recording process was very bumpy. It was all like in different parts, and I just didn't really feel like editing the whole thing. To be honest, it was pretty long as well. So what happened was I ordered from Dolmatinak Toys directly, and they arrived last week. And I did, like I said, an unboxing for them, and then I got kind of sidetracked and I wasn't really feeling inspired to post anything. I hadn't posted any pictures on Instagram for a little while, and then of course February 10th was the actual Chinese New Year, where they celebrated the Year of the Dragon. So I did do some shots with 20 and Buratino and all my dragons, and then I decided I needed to clear out some of my other collectible polymer clay figures from another artist. So I messaged a friend who said that if I was ever going to move those on, to let her know, and she would probably purchase them from me. But I asked her for a trade because, you know, it's better than... I mean, I could have used the money, but I also really wanted some more Dolmatinak toys, and so I asked her if she had any that she was willing to trade. And it just so happens that she had two of her leaf dragons that I missed out on before, so I ended up trading my polymer clay figures for her two dragons, and they just arrived yesterday. They kind of got lost in the mail, so I'm glad that they arrived safely. And she sent a note, says, "Thank you for the trade. I know you love them as much as I do. Heart, Shirley." So that was very kind of her to trade with me. We are both fans of Dolmatinak toys. I actually got her interested in Dolmatinak toys after she saw my collection, and she began purchasing from her individually as well. So she wrapped them really good, and I didn't even bring any kind of sharp implements with me, so I'm hoping I can just like rip this open with the tape. So the Lunar New Year is celebrated by over 20% of the world, and the Lunar New Year is actually, you know, celebrated by most Asian countries, including South Korea, Vietnam, Japan, whatever, you know, all of these Asian countries. The Chinese New Year is, you know, obviously just in China. And it's a big deal, you know, and if you've been in the doll world for a while, you know that the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year holiday, is usually about 3 to 4 weeks long. It's celebrated in sections. They have like the first part of it where it's just like them and their families, and then there's the celebration of the first day of spring, and then there's the Lantern Festival at the end. So it's really like a whole thing in China, and usually the casting companies that we use to make our BJDs, they usually shut down for about a month, and they take that time to celebrate the New Year with their families. And we always thought, you know, that's kind of weird. Like, why would they close down their factory for like an entire month? But, this is the most important holiday for them. And so, after years of being in the doll hobby, it doesn't even bother me anymore. At first, I was just more or less puzzled, like, how can they afford to shut down for an entire month? Like, that's a lot of money loss, right? But when you stop thinking about things in money terms, you see them from other perspectives. And I appreciate that about the Asian culture, that, that they put a lot into their families and taking the time to celebrate, what to them is the most important holiday of the year. So that being said, I am a huge fan of dragons overall. They're like my favorite fantasy creature. So when I found out that 2024 was the year of the dragon, I was like blown away. Last year was the year of the rabbit. My husband was born in the year of the rabbit. The year before that was the year of the tiger, which was me. I was born in the year of the tiger, and then my son was born in the year of the ox. So the rabbit, the ox, and the tiger are one right after the other, and then the dragon's the last one. So basically the lucky dragon only comes around every 12 years, right? So this year is the lucky year of the dragon, and I decided to welcome it by adding several more dragons to my collection. So here is my first leaf dragon. And I don't have a sleeping dragon, so that is amazing, because look at him just sleeping so soundly. How sweet is he? All of his little spikes are perfect. She did a really good job wrapping. She was worried that they might break because they are polymer clay, and they can very well break. So he arrived safely and soundly. That's good. And then the other one is awake. But he is in the same color scheme as this one. He's in all kinds of greens. So along with these two new Dolmatanak Toys dragons for my collection, I ordered a special blind box set of Chinese dragon dolls that from Kika Goods, which I've ordered from them before. They specialize in toys and blind boxes, and now they're even doing like BJD blind boxes, like full dolls that you can buy that come with everything: clothes, shoes, eyes, wig, and you just basically put the doll together. So I ordered the entire set. There is 6, and then there's one hidden dragon who comes with 2 faces. I never get the hidden one, so if I do get the hidden one this time around, that would be amazing. But there's 6, right? So there's 3 girls and there's 3 boys. And when I first saw them, like last year sometime, like a prototype, I was like, I need those in my life. And so I finally was able to order them. And they haven't arrived yet, but once they do, I will definitely make an unboxing. But look at this guy. So he's a leaf dragon for sure. He doesn't seem like he's leaf inspired. Like he's just green. But this one actually has, wow, look at all that detail in those leaves. That's incredible. His eyes are gorgeous. She hand makes all the eyes as well. Look at his wings. Oh my god, he's so precious. I am so grateful that she traded with me, because lately her little figures and toys are like just flying off the shelf. And I'm so I'm so glad for her, because that's amazing. But it's a bummer for me because I keep missing out on the ones that I want to collect. So thankfully she was able to trade with me. Look at the ears. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. So let me show you up close some of the new ones. These were the new ones. So this is, I think he's a water dragon, some kind of a sea dragon, because he's all in blues. And he's really precious too. I love him. And then I got this forget-me-not dragon, who looks like he's almost about ready to fall asleep. But I love the coloring. And she did another one similar to this with the same forget-me-not flower, which my friend that had these also has. So that's cool. And then the other dragon is the mushroom one. I love this. I was honestly blown away that these were still available, because I asked her, I said, what do you have left? What can I purchase right now? And so she showed me some of the dragons that she had left and some of the mandrake babies, which I actually have a lot of, so I didn't grab any this time, but I really wanted to show you guys these. And then of course the duckling. So she is working on more ducklings, and I know a lot of people have been asking me, like how they can get a duckling, and the only advice I have for you is to follow her on Instagram, turn on her post notifications so that when she posts something new, you guys will be notified. That's the only way that I know that she's got something new, because she's busy too. She's got kids and she's got a life outside of this. So that's how I keep track of her. That's how I keep a hold of what's happening in her world, as far as her sculpting and everything. So I absolutely love all my little dragons from her. She does an incredible job sculpting. I have never been disappointed with any of my orders from her. Yes, some items have arrived, with like chips or something loose that you might have to repair, and that's just inevitable because they're traveling from Russia and these are breakables, so you can't really be too upset if something does arrive, slightly broken, because she actually wraps them really well. It's just people are handling them, people are throwing them, whatever. All these mail people in these post offices, they're just not as careful with your items as you wish that they would be. So in any case, I wanted to welcome these two new little dragons with you, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will, if you have any questions for me, just leave them for me in a comment. You can message me on Instagram as well. I don't mind talking dolls. I don't mind talking art figures. That's totally fine. So, today is actually February 15th. My son is 15 today. I can't even believe that. That's insane. I cannot believe I have a 15-year-old. But, okay, that is all. I will leave pictures at the end with all the dragons together, and I've actually already posted individual shots of all of my ducklings, all of my mandrakes, and all of my dragons up till now. Excuse me. They're on my Instagram in my Dolmatanak Toys stories. So if you want to see individual shots of every single figure that I have, they're in there. I do have to update it with these two since they just arrived. But yeah, so that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that you are having a great Thursday, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.